Welcome back to another Pokemon Throwback Thursday, where every Thursday morning we take a deep dive into a new set. We're going to complete order. So the set we're checking out today is Brilliant Stars. And of course, we're going to be highlighting a certain Pokemon, and we're going to be checking out their best cards in Pokemon history. And for today's video, that is going to be Gardevoir. And we are going to do a giveaway today. All you got to do is make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that like, then you have to answer the question of the day. What Pokemon would you rather get rid of? Scyther and Scizor, or Onix and Steelix? This card we're giving away today, the new Fennekin Black Star promo. And the winner from last Thursday's giveaway is at SCA3744. Shoot me an email or hit me up on Instagram. I'll get those cards sent out to you. And we do have to give a quick thanks to our video sponsor, and that is Platinum Protectors. If you guys need cases for any type of collectible, Platinum Protectors have got you covered. They got cases for action figures, comic books, diecast, Funko Pops, trading cards, and video games. And when it comes to trading cards, this is all I use. You can get the nice acrylic cases that are a little more expensive, or you can go cheap, which honestly, that's what I use for a ton of my boxes, where you're just paying a couple dollars a case. I'd rather spend that money on actual sealed products. But they got stuff for Lorcana, One Piece, Japanese Pokemon. You can hit them up for wholesale. They're always making new items. You can always, let me know if we're missing a product or anything like that. So definitely check them out. I'll have all the links in the description. Then, of course, you guys want to try out PSA for your first time, click the link, use code BEARD25, get $25 off. And same thing with TAG. You can use the code BEARD102 to get 10% off your first order. All right, checking out Brilliant Stars. Total set value is 1,640. There is 325 total cards with 15 secret rares. But when you actually look at like the top 10, 15 of this set, it's pretty stacked. I mean, we got the Charizard V at 350, Umbreon V Max 110, Mimikyu V 85, Sylveon V 81, Charizard V 81, Mimikyu V Max 78, Sylveon V Max 78, Umbreon V 76, Arceus V 61, Charizard V Full Art 40, got the Pikachu V Full Art at 27. Then we even got the Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon, EV Trainer Gallery cards all right around $20. And we got the Galarian Birds, Zekrom. I mean, this set is actually stacked when you really look at it. Especially, the top 15 is just Evolutions, Charizard, Mimikyu, and Arceus and Pikachu. I mean, it's kind of crazy, and that's why I still feel like Brilliant Stars is completely slept on. I feel like people look at it separately from like the actual set and the Trainer Gallery, but when you combine them, I mean, it's a crazy set. All right, let's get into it. We have the Vaporeon Trainer Gallery. Remember, this card is non-textured, so it is tougher to grade. There's only 1,810 in the world and 3,700 in a 9. So that's $155. Now last sold $291. Another one here at $350. And we got a PSA 9 at $59 and $40. And remember, this is about a $25 card. Next, we have the Full Art Charizard V with a pop of 4,100 in a 10, 2,700 in a 9. This was at $115 in a 10. Now last sold $192, $205, and $184. And then raw, we got TCG Player at $40, eBay $37, and a 9 at $40. Next, the Arceus V, another card that I feel like is pretty slept on. I feel like the Pokemon itself is completely slept on. This has a pop of 6,500 in a 10, 4,000 in a 9. Got down to about $140, $130 in a 10. Now last sold $229, $230. And raw, we got TCG Player at $61. Next, the Umbreon V Trainer Gallery TCG Player right around $75. This is a pop of 7,400 in a 10, 5,400 in a 9. So at $155 in a 10. Card used to be like $70 in a 10. And now last sold $335, $285, $300, $329, and $347. Next, we have the Sylveon V Max with a pop of 8,400 in a 10, 2,400 in a 9. So pretty much only the non-texture Trainer Gallery cards are the ones with pretty low pops. And there's a lot of good ones for this set. So the Sylveon was at $127 in a 10, now last sold $190 and $210. And this card sells for about $75 on TCG Player. Next, the Mimikyu VMAX, one of the most popular newer Pokemon. I feel like people think this is like a Gen 2 or Gen 3 Pokemon, but it is actually a pretty new Pokemon. It says a pop of 5,800 in a 10 and 1,700 in a 9. Was at $121. Now last sold $200. We got a 9 at $82. And TCG Player is at $79. But you can find it a little bit cheaper on eBay. Next, the Charizard V-Star Rainbow. I mean, having a Full Art Charizard, a Rainbow Charizard, and probably one of the best Charizard cards we've ever gotten on one set is just crazy. So this is a pop of 12,500 in a 10, 8,000 in a 9. Sells for $81 on TCG Player, $68 on eBay, and we got a PSA 10 at $230, $225, and a 9 at $142 and $90. That's kind of a big gap. But yeah, super nice card. Next, the Sylveon V Trainer Gallery with a pop of 4,300 in a 10, 3,000 in a 9. Selling on TCG Player for $80 now. And this was at 123 in a 10, now less sold 230 and 259. Next, the Mimikyu V Trainer Gallery with a pop of 5,400 in a 10, 3,500 in a 9, was at $185 in a 10, now last sold 334 and 400. Mimikyu's just going crazy right now, and it's an $85 card on TCG Player. Next, we have the Umbreon VMAX Trainer Gallery with a pop of 13,200 in a 10 and 4,100 in a 9. This is at $160 in a 10, now last sold 300, 281 and 270. And this card now is selling for $111 on TCG Player. And the big boy, the Charizard V with a pop of 16,000 in a 10 and 12,000 in a 9, was at $695 in a 10, now last sold $850, $950 and $999. And TCG Player says $346. So yeah, that is Brilliant Stars. I genuinely feel like Brilliant Stars is just as good as Fusion Strike, in my opinion. Like, no joke. Next, checking out Gardevoir. I could have swore we've looked up Gardevoir before, but I could not find the video. Maybe I have, but we got a couple new Gardevoir cards anyways. So we're going to check out some of these cheaper ones. I really like the Spirit Links. If you guys do not know about these Spirit Links, you can find them for a ton of different Pokemon. It's a fun little collection to complete, and it's so affordable. We got a ton of EXs from Mega Evolution. Got some Chilling Rain, Paldean Fates, Sword and Shield promo cards. Gardevoir gets a ton of cards. And we even got the Radiant Gardevoir from Lost Origin. Market price only $1.59. Another card that's just so cheap. Got a Prize Pack Series EX at $3. Got the Full Art V and V Max from Champion's Path at $4 and $5. And we got the Full Art Mega Gardevoir. Market price only $5. I feel like that's a pretty decent price. We're going to check out the trainer galleries here in a minute. We do have the Mega Evolution promo. Market price $8.52. I think it sells for like $2.20 in a PSA 10. Got a Gardevoir GX. Prize Pack Series Mega Gardevoir at $7. And we do have the Celebrations reprint, the Delta Species Celebrations card, market price $10.35. Not bad. And the Gardevoir EX Full Art Shiny from Paldean Fates, market price $10. Another very affordable card. The Hidden Fates one is worth a lot more, which we're going to be checking today. And the Legendary Treasures, another super good one you guys got to check out. It looks plain, but it is a Radiant collection, so it has a super, super nice reverse holo on it with a bunch of patterns and stuff. So that card is very nice in person. All right, just checking anything else. We're going to go to the next page. Like I said, Gardevoir has a ton of cards. Got the Rainbow Gardevoir VMAX, market price $17. Got the EX Battle Stadium Holo Rare at $18. That's a nice older card from 2004. Got the Full Art Gardevoir GX, market price $19. Got another Prize Pack Series. We got the Holo Gardevoir from Emerald. Market price is only $20 on that one. And we have a Mega Gardevoir EX from Steam Siege, market price $21. And the Full Art Gardevoir EX from Steam Siege at $22. But all right, let's get into it. We are going from newest to oldest. We're checking out the Mega Gardevoir SIR from Mega Evolution with a pop of 9,100 in a 10, 4,600 in a 9. Was at $350, got up to $520, and now coming down in price a little bit. Last sold $490, $408, $427, and $444. And TCG Player is a $205 card. And we got the Gold Mega Gardevoir. This has a pop of 1,600 in a 10, 3,500 in a 9, so actually kind of difficult to grade and very difficult to pull. This was at $637, got up to $845, and coming down again right now. Last sold $630, $650, and $581, and TCG Player $227. Next, we have the Gardevoir SIR from Paldean Fates with a pop of 9,200 in a 10, 9,800 in a 9. This card's going up in price, was $270, now last sold $460 and $400. And then raw, we got TCG Player at $188. Next, we have another Gardevoir SIR from Scarlet Violet base set. This is a pop of 6,600 in a 10, 8,600 in a 9. This is at $168. Now last sold $283, $315, and $275, and TCG Players at $87. Next, we have the Trainer Galleries. This is the one from Astral Radiance. Very low pop. 270 in a 10, 640 in a 9. Got down to $102. Now last sold. We got one at $230. And yeah, TCG Player, $8. Next, the Gardevoir from Silver Tempest. Again, another really beautiful card. This is a pop of $739 in the 10, $1,500 in the 9. Was at $88. Now last sold. Not a ton of sales on a 10, obviously, because it's got a low pop. Got one at $180, another one at $264. And this is a $9 raw card. Next, we're getting to the Sun and Moon era. We got some tag teams, the Gardevoir and Sylveon GX tag team full art. This is a pop of $878 in a 10, $571 in a 9. This was at $157. Now last sold $299, $305, and $230. And this is a $95 card on TCG Player. Next, we have the same exact card, but the rainbow version, with a pop of $514 in a 10, $449 in a 9. So is that $260? Now last sold $725, $849, and $650. And this card sells for $140 on TCG Player. Next, we have the Tag Team Alternate Art Gardevoir and Sylveon. This is the non-textured one. This is a pop of $1,900 in a 10, $1,400 in a 9. Was at $175. Now last sold $425, which is pretty high. $275, $400, $295, and this card sells for $70 on TCG Player. Now for the big boy, this is probably the biggest card on the list. This is the Gardevoir and Sylveon GX Tag Team. This card does have texture. Has a pop of $1,700 in the 10, $1,400 in a 9. Was at $1,600. Now last sold $61 and $6K. We got a PSA 9 at $1,000, and TCG Player has this at $603. Next, we have the Full Art Shiny Gardevoir from Hidden Fates. So we have a Full Art Shiny from Paldean Fates, but this one is worth way more. This is a pop of $2,700 in the 10, $1,400 in the 9. Was at $105 in a 10. Now last sold $150, $170, $160, and TCG Player, this one sells for $75. Next, same exact art, but the rainbow. This has a low pop, $73 in a 10, $247 in a 9. This is from Burning Shadows. This was a $700 card. Now last sold $2,500. Another one at $2,640. So very expensive for this card in a 10, but with that low of a pop, kind of makes sense. Next, my favorite card on this entire list, and this is the Steam Siege Gardevoir EX Secret Rare. This thing is sick. Got Gardevoir and Yveltal. This is a pop of $772 in a 10, $1,286 in a 9. This is at $789. Now that's sold $1,575, $1,425, and $1,475. And this card sells for only $93 on TCG Player. Next, we got some Megas. So we got the Mega Gardevoir EX from Primal Clash. It says a pop of 10 in a 10, 109 in a 9. Last sale we got on here for a PSA 10 is $5,000. And this card sells for $92 on TCG Player. Next, we have the Full Art Mega Gardevoir EX. This card has a pop of $1,300 in a 10, $1,200 in a 9. Got down to $370, and now last sold $493. And it sells on TCG Player for $52. Next, we have the beautiful Radiant Collection Mega Gardevoir. Love this one. The black and the red is just so nice on it. This is a pop of only $370 in a 10, $1,580 in a 9. This is at $1,975. Now last sold $3,800, and we got one on eBay at $4,570. And TCG Player, this is a $110 card. Next, we have another Radiant Collection Gardevoir. This one really, really reminds me of our new SIR that we got. So take a look at this one. Like, you can't tell me they did not get inspiration from this card. And now here's the SIR. I mean, pretty close. I mean, obviously this one has a lot more detail and stuff. This card has a pop of 122 in a 10, 919 in a 9. Last sold on eBay is $4,500 in a 10, and TCG Player we got at $85. Next, we have the Gardevoir Reverse Holo from EX Power Keepers. This has a pop of 13 in a 10. Couldn't really find any info on recent sales in a 10. This card never pops up. And 72 in a 9. Last sold in a PSA 9 is $216. And Raw says this is a $54 card. Next, we have another Gardevoir Reverse Holo from EX Emerald. This is a pop of 7 in a 10 with a last sale of $8,000. And a pop 70 in a 9 at $544. And TCG Player has this at $150. Super nice Reverse Holo. Next, the Delta Species Gardevoir Reverse Holo. This is a pop of 74 in a 10, 125 in a 9. Last sold on eBay is $3,600. We got a PSA 9 at $416, and TCG Players at $215. Next, we have the Gardevoir Level X from Diamond and Pearl Secret Wonders. This card has a PSA 10 pop of 4 and a PSA 9 pop of 117, so the 10 never sells. We do have a PSA 9 sale here at $700, and TCG Player has it at $115, but yeah, this card just never pops up for sale. Next, we have the Gardevoir EX Delta Species. This is from Dragon Frontiers. Now, this is a card that we got the reprint from Celebrations. Has a pop of 33 and a 10, 182 and a 9. Last sold in a 10 is $10,500, and last sold in a 9 is $730. And TCG Player has this at $150. Next, we have the Gardevoir EX from EX Sandstorm. This is a pop of 65 and a 10, 394 and a 9. And last sold on eBay is $6,600 and a 9 at $635. TCG Players at $202. I've actually never liked this card. Just like it's messy and kind of hard to read. Next, and last on the list, we have the Shiny Gardevoir from Dark Explorers. This is the black and white era. This has a pop of 29 and a 10 and 130 and a 9. Last sold in a 10 is $7,500. And last sold in a 9 is $1,692. But see, this is what pays to know this stuff, because if you were going through some bulk and you've seen this card, a lot of newer people would go right past this thing. And it is worth a ton of money and actually very, very rare to even find remotely clean. So we got a PSA 5 here at $625, a PSA 6 at $673, a 7 at $818. We got a lightly played raw at $576. So yeah, you could be going through some bulk and you could be, scrolling right past a $500 raw card. It's just crazy to think about. And there's a handful of cards just like this. All right, that was this week's Pokemon Throwback Thursday. If you guys like this content, want to stay ahead of the market, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support more, check out my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube membership, all that. You guys know what to do. You guys are the absolute best. All right, I want you guys to have a great day. If you guys want to watch my newest vending video, you can click the one above. Otherwise, I have an entire playlist full of all my other vending videos. You guys can check that out. All right, we'll see you next time.